Hello, my fitness friends. My name is Natasha. Welcome to class today. I have a dumbbell hit class for you. We are working with a single dumbbell. You will want a couple different size options for leg work. You can go heavy, your arms will be down by your side. And for something a little bit lighter, you can snatch, you can push press, you can hold over your head for a windmill. All right, grab your weight sizes. And we'll be starting with a quick warm-up. You can always hit pause if you need more time. The drills are timed. There'll be 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds rest. 4 exercises. We'll repeat each of the 2 rounds twice. Feel free to repeat more if you would like. We'll finish up with some mobility drills, not timed, just kind of flowing out some body weight strength, some flexibility, and still get a little cardio in there as well. All right, meet me on your mat. Open up your fingers, toes, anchor into your floor here. Tuck your tailbone and lift the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in and a big sigh out. Deep breath in and let it go. Beautiful. Let's take our arms up on your next inhale. Gaze to the fingers and halfway fold. We'll stay here for a breath or 2, lengthening the hamstrings, engaging the core, finding that length in the spine. You can bend the knees and straighten them. All right, let's go into some quicker movement. Good mornings. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, halfway over. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, halfway fold. Maybe starting to deepen that fold a little bit, leaning your hips back and your heart forward, until you end in a forward fold. Go ahead and release the hands and head, bend your knees if you need to, sway, wiggle, rock, connect to that breath. We're gonna stretch our toes and our wrists a little bit. Press into your tippy toes and pull those knees forward and come into this little yogi squat. Take your palms upside down on the ground, put a little pressure there and blink out your fingers. If you're comfortable dropping into the heels there, go ahead and flex and point your hands out in front of you. We'll make circles. You might be still on your toes, that's okay. And then blink out your fingers like you're flicking water up your hands. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Meet me in tabletop. Walk your knees under your hips. Move through some rounds of cat-cow. Lifting the heart and tailbone and then curling it under, pushing your mat forward, squeezing the belly. And you can wiggle your hips side to side. Good, and sit back on the knees. Sitting on your heels, let's take a couple of lateral bends and then we're gonna get right into the drill work. Side to side, maybe a little neck release. Whatever you need to do, I'm gonna quickly preview the drills, and while I'm doing that, feel free to continue the movement, stretching or maybe some jumping rope or jumping jacks in place to just get the heart rate up and the blood pumping there. All right, so first drill, you're gonna hold your dumbbell in one hand. You're gonna come down for a half deadlift, kind of like a warrior 3. Row the weight, elbow by ribcage, and then stand. If you'd like to make it more challenging, come to a balance and don't put the foot down or tap it down. Some of each if you'd like. Next one, we're gonna hold the weight by your side. This one you can go heavy. It's a lunge and a power knee. So we're just gonna step back and you're gonna balance. So really engaging the core and that weight just hangs. So again, maybe 20, 25, 30. You can really challenge yourself there with the weight size. Next one, you have a clean. We're gonna rack the weight to our shoulder and squat, and then a deadlift with both feet down, driving down the center of the body. Again, I think you could go pretty heavy because you have momentum to rack the weight, and then you can hold the weight at your shoulder for the squat. Finally, this one I would say lighter. You're gonna do a snatch, pull all the way, push press, push it all the way, and a little bit different. Instead of a traditional windmill where you turn and stack like a triangle pose, you're gonna turn and then spiral to the other toe and come around and up. So a rotational windmill. All right, let's get started. My timer will be here on the laptop today. Hopefully you can see that. And if not, you'll still be able to hear those beeps. All right, pick up your dumbbell that you can do a deadlift and a row with. So might be a little lighter than you will do for your lunges on the second round. Here we go. We have 14 seconds to pick up the weight. You're gonna take the weight in your right hand, left toes back, go. Deadlift, balance, elbow high row. Keep going, I knocked myself right on over. So sneaky cord to keep that balance. Halfway over, elbow high, and then drive up to a balance or tap your foot down. Your toes point down, your hips stay square. Elbow high and tap. Keep it going. You get to work at your own pace on these, so you can go nice and slow and controlled, or you could work for speed if you'd like, if you have that form down. Make sure you are breathing. And, all right, switching. So again, maybe you take your heavier dumbbell for your lunges. You're gonna hold the weight in your right hand for another one, and our left foot's gonna step back for the lunge. 3, 2, 1. We have a lunge, tap your knee down, and then strike, knee up. Lunge and balance. It could be a powerful knee that squeezes up, or a little bit slower, more controlled, like you're pressing through water. You have options, make it your own. And that dumbbell just stays right by your side. Big step back, 90-90. You could put the knee down, or you could just hover and balance. Again, pick your pacing. Can be nice and slow, or you could go for speed. Get that heart rate up a little higher. All right, moving into your clean. Maybe this time you switch hands just to give your fingers and your grip and forearms a rest. So we have the clean, squat, deadlift. Here we go. Rack to your shoulder, squat, and then bring that weight down for the deadlift. Tap the floor if you'd like. Rack it to the shoulder, squat it down, bring that weight down the middle. Keep the spine straight. Try not to round the back. Right down, squeeze the hamstrings and glutes. Pop it to the shoulder, squat it down. Flat back, we lift. Pop it to the shoulder. Deep squat sitting in your chair. You breathing. Of course, you get to pick how low your squat is, how low your deadlift is. All right, and the last one. Again, you can decide. Let's go back to the right hand, and we'll do the snatch, push, press, rotational windmill towards your right toes. Snatch, high pull all the way up. Push, press, drive it over the shoulder. Turn your left toes to the left, and then spiral to your right toes and come around. Put it down. Snatch, push, press. Spiral to your right toes, and then stack up the left side, if that makes sense. We have snatch, driving press, turn your toes left, reach towards the right, spiral around. You don't have to go that deep if your hamstrings are tight. Listen to your body. Are we breathing? Power with momentum. You can finish that round and set it down. All right, let's go right into the next round. If you need to pause, feel free. Left hand has the dumbbell. Right toes are gonna come back for the single leg deadlift. Go. Balance, row, drive up. Either don't put the foot down or tap it down. This is our round 2. We didn't pause for a longer break, but that's all up to you. After this round, we'll take a longer break. I'll show you the next 4 drills. Long neck spine, square hips. Elbow is just rowing right up the rib cage. Oh, don't let that dumbbell take you down. More core. Oh, losing balance. This mat is kind of spongy and it's really throwing my balance. All right, next one. Again, you could go heavier. Left hand is gonna hold the dumbbell. Right leg is gonna lunge back on this one and driving knee up. Take a breath. Set your feet up under your hips. Go 90-90, driving knee. Maybe you put your right hand out to just help you with balance. Maybe it's on your hip or even over the head. Focus on strong legs, 90-degree knees, and then that pulling of the knee right from your core, hip flexor, and quad. Keep your spine stacked, shoulders over hips. Whew. You can stay longer in your lunge, you can stay longer in your high knee. Okay, so we're switching hands. You can decide if you need to go lighter. We have the clean to squat deadlift. I think you could stay pretty heavy on this one. Clean is a rack to your shoulder, like a fast bicep curl. Rack. Deep squat if you like, and then right down the middle of the body. Hinge at the hips, straight spine, straight knees. Rack, squat, deadlift. To the shoulder, to your chair, and hinge. Try to keep those knees pretty straight, but you don't lock them out. Only go as deep as your hamstrings allow. Breathe. Only one more exercise. We'll take a little break. Hopefully you're challenging your weight size. If not today, the next time you do it, try to go a little heavier. If you're not challenged. Okay, so here's where you might want to downsize. Go back into your left hand. We're snatching, push pressing, and taking your right toes to the right, spiraling to your left toes. Here we go. Snatch, press. So turn your toes to the right, like you're gonna touch your right toes, but you circle over to the left and up. All right, let's see it. Snatch, press. Windmill rotational, and you can bend those knees if you need to, and then the toes can turn forward. Snatch, driving press, all momentum from the hips, but you do want to be able to hold the weight without sagging your elbow. Snatch press. Turn your toes right, spiral to the left. Lots of strong core. Let's go. Press. Toes right, spiral to the left toes. And rest. All right, we did it. Anything you need to do for recovery? We'll have 10 seconds when we get back into the tight drills. I'm gonna take some water, drink some water, walk around. All right, gang, let's get into round 2. We have a burpee. You're gonna set your probably lighter weight right under the chest, the long way. So when we jump back to the push-up, one side plank, you can lift your weight over your shoulder and then jump in and up. So it's a burpee, push-up, side plank with a side snatch, jump in, jump up. If you don't want to use the weight on that one, feel free to just push up on the knees, modify, take out the jumps. Make it your own. Next, we have a kneeling halo. You're going to circle the weight over the head and then wood chopper. Take it up and twist, shoulder and hip. So I haloed the wrong way. You'll halo towards that front knee, elbows high around the head, and then weight high and low. And we'll switch sides, of course, on the second side. Then on that one, maybe your lighter weight, although we are holding it in both hands, so don't forget that. And then we have a heavy dumbbell side lunge. You're gonna take your lunge and your weight towards your toe, and then go that same direction for the curtsy. When you switch sides, you're gonna pass the weight to the other hand, go towards the left, curtsy to your left. Switch hands. So it's a side lunge curtsy, really easy. Might be confusing. Just remember that you're going to curtsy the way you stepped over for the lunge, then you should be fine. And then finally, we'll just do a bunch of squats. You can decide if you want to squat with heavy weight, if you want to put the weights down, do some regular squats, some jumping jack squats, or even some just big jumping squats, okay? So you have 45 seconds to just mix it all up and try to move through squats that whole time. All right, set up your dumbbell. Right here, the long way, under your chest. You're gonna jump into your push-up. Maybe bring your chest to the weight, and then as you side plank, get to your side plank and then snatch the weight, right? Listen to your shoulders and your body. You don't have to take the weight there if you don't feel safe doing so. Here we go. You will have 10 seconds, yes, to set up your dumbbell and give yourself space to burpee, jump back. 3, 2, 1, go. Jump back, push up, turn your heels, then snatch your weight up on your side plank, come in and up. Jump back, find your pace, turn and then snatch the weight. All right, so listen to your body there. You can always modify, take out jumps, modify push-ups, no weight on the snatch if you like, on the side plank. Maybe that's enough for you. Let's go. Turn your heels, then pop the weight up. Okay, breathe. Kneeling. Take your right knee out. Pick up your dumbbell in both hands. You'll take your halo to the right and then right to left. Shoulder to hip. Here we go. Halo, high shoulder, low hip. And it's a little bit of a hinge as you twist. 1 halo, 2 wood choppers. You can tuck your back toes under if that's more comfortable. Shoulder, hip slice, shoulder, slice. Halo, if you have sensitive knees, make sure to pad them up. Of course, you could also do this standing if you can't kneel. Shoulder, hip. The direction of that forward knee. Halo, shoulder, hip. Okay, grab your heavier dumbbell. We're gonna lunge to the right, curtsy to the right, back and forth. Take some breaths if your heart rate's up, or even if it's not up. Breathe. There we go. Lateral lunge, curtsy, weight by your side. Then switch hands as you step to your left. Curtsy towards the left. Switch hands as you step across. Make it a big step over, and then make sure you have a little bit of space for the curtsy. Maybe you touch the ground on the dumbbell, with the dumbbell, maybe not. Back stays straight. Find your own pacing. Okay, so you get to decide all of your squats. I'm gonna start with the dumbbell and then I'm gonna put it down. So maybe rack your dumbbell at your shoulders. 3, 2, 1. So you could try some here with a heavy weight. This is actually very light for me. You wanna challenge your legs there. All right, once you feel like you've gotten some there, you can change it up. Maybe some jacks. Bring in the cardio. Squat jack. Maybe make it even harder. Squat, power jumps. Maybe squat, tap side to side. Once those legs are burning. You could do regular squats, down and up. Maybe some pulsing at the bottom. 3, 2, 1. 3, okay. Oh, shake out those legs. We're going right back into the burpee. No break unless you need one. Okay, jump back, push up, side plank, here we go. Go. It could also be knees, chest, chin. You could take your knee on the ground for a modified kneeling side plank. Whatever you need to do. Let's go. I'll show that modification. Or full push up. Turn your heels. Pop that weight over the shoulder. We got this. Recovery, and left foot forward, right knee down. Grab the dumbbell in both hands, rack it. This time we're halo towards your left. Halo, and then left, right. Shoulder, hip. Halo, keep it tight, and then big twist with a little bit of a hinge. Core is on. Elbows high, and drop, swing. We got this, keep it up. Shoulder, hip, shoulder, hip. Keep that core braced. Powerful breath will help you get through. Give you something to focus on as well. One more. Okay, heavier dumbbell for sure, since we get to hang our arms and just focus on the legs for the next 2. Pick up that weight with a flat back. Let's start by going to your left this time. We have lateral lunge, curtsy, then we go to the right. Bring your foot over to the right side of your mat. We got it. Lateral lunge, curtsy. So we hinge on the lunge, and then you curtsy, probably more upright, unless you want to hinge there too. If you want to hinge, you could still bring your belly towards your thigh. Try some variety. Some stacked, like you have a book on your head on the curtsy. Whew. Okay, take a quick break. One more exercise here at the time drills. We do some rack squats, or you could do all of these without a dumbbell. All right. Go heavy, here we go. You could go maybe down, down, up, up, get creative. Any squats for 45 seconds. And then at some point, put the dumbbell down if you'd like, and give me some more cardio variations. Jumping, side touching, full jumps. Use the power of your arms for momentum. Oh, my legs are on fire. Ooh. Maybe squat, curl, Ooh, squat, toe tap. Possibilities are endless, and we did it. All right, walk it out, drink some water, maybe come to a downward facing dog. Connect to the breath, pedal, maybe it's a child's pose. As long as your heart rate's not too high up there, if you feel like it's very high, do some walking before you come to a seated position. Good place for a sip of water and to put your weights away, or at least out of your way. All right, let's finish up with some mobility drills. We'll be doing body weight strength. Your heart rate might climb a little bit too. Meet me in a tabletop. Spread your fingers, knees under hips, grip into the mat and turn your elbow crease forward. Push your shoulders down, tuck your toes and lift your knees. Practice bouncing here. We're starting with some kick throughs. You're gonna kick your right foot to the left. Kick through, hover. Kick through, side to side. All right, take a little soft break. Bring your knees down. Next time, we're gonna kick through and abduct a down dog. Fire hydrant down dog, looks like this. Take your right foot, kick it to the left, and then lift your hips and swing your leg lateral, fire hydrant. Press into your fingers and shoulders. Kick through, down dog, fire hydrant, leg lateral. Kick through, and lift. If you'd like, you could jump that lift. So it'll look like a kick through and a swinging hop. Kick through, swing and jump. Now bring your right toes to your wrist or your pinky finger for 3, for 2, and 1. Step all the way to the top of your mat, make a left turn. Slow it down, side lunge. Toe stand or heel dropped variation. And finally, lift, turn your toes behind you to the back of your mat, side angle. Take a breath here, and we'll come back to the top. Bring your hands forward, turn your toes forward, lunge, down dog, step back. We got it? Let's try the other side. Hover your table, shorten your range if you need to. Left foot kicks through to the right. Lift your hips, down dog, fire hydrant 3. Kick through, hips up, leg side 2. Kick through, leg side. If you wanted to try a couple hopping, kick through, jump. Kick through, fire hydrant with a jump. Now bring your left toes to your pinky finger for 3 or wrist. 2, toe tap. And 1. Take your foot forward, turn right, side lunge. Shake out those wrists. Lifting all the way up, your toes turn behind you for side angle to the back of your mat. Take a breath here. Spin to the front of your mat, low lunge, step back, downward facing dog, and release. Feel free to repeat the flow if you'd like. I'm just gonna take us through one time. This next one we'll hit 3 times through just to add on variety. So bring your feet out in front of you. We're gonna bring your left foot in and your right leg up. Abdominal roll back. Slow it down, C curve. Roll down the vertebrae, stretch your toes towards your face. Now curl it up. You can use some momentum. Right foot's gonna swing behind you. Little 90-90 mini pigeon. Take a little fold and a lift. All right, second one, we'll add on. Pull the foot in front, lower down, use your dumbbell strength. Stretch, mobility, pull your toes towards your face. Roll up, exhale. All right, take that foot back. This time, if you like, you can thrust your hips up and down. The next and last one is gonna take us to pigeon. Take your foot out. Roll down with control. Pull your foot towards your face, split. Roll up. Now, can you swing the leg back to pigeon? You can use your hands if you need, or tuck your toe under and find your pigeon. Take some breaths here in your stretch. Perfect. And then we'll switch. Right leg curls in, left leg lifts high. Round the spine, control that lower, flex your toes towards your face, and curl up. Find that 90-90, sit on both sit bones, and take a little fold here. Lift it back up. Left foot spirals forward for the abdominal roll. Stretch your toes towards your face, curl it up. Take your left foot back at 90-90, or maybe it's a little shallower if your hips are tight. Try to lift your hips off the mat and back down. Both sit bones land. Left foot spins, quad hip flexor. Now core to roll. Flex your toes towards your face. Roll it up. This one, we're trying to get to pigeon. You can use your hands or try it without hands. All right, connect to that breath. Wiggle, back bend, fold, whatever you'd like. And we'll get into our last little mobility drill. Meet me in a seated straddle here. We can take a pancake stretch before we get started. Some nice deep breaths. All right, we're taking our right foot in, just like we did before, sitting in that half tree position. We're gonna fold towards your left toes here. Side bend. And we're gonna lift onto the knee. Other side, hand plants down, and we swirl onto the knee for a modified side plank. Come back, side stretch towards those left toes. And then each time we're gonna swing our hand a little further back. This one to the diagonal, and sweep onto the knee. Hips lift and lower, side stretch. And this last one, we'll try to get our hand sweeping behind us for more of a back bend. We'll lift our hips, kind of a half camel, and come back down. Beautiful. That is it. Come down to your pancake. Take a few breaths and folds, and then bend your left knee in. We'll stretch over, all the way over towards those right toes for the side bend. Take your left hand outside your hip and take a modified kneeling side plank. This one is lateral on your mat. Then we'll try to go a little bit further behind us for more back bending. Side bend, side stretch. Take your hand diagonal back, kind of in between a side stretch and a back bend. Push the chest up and the hips forward. Last one, side stretch to your right. And sweep your hand behind your back and lift up. Kind of a half camel. Heart up, hips forward, squeeze the glutes, and release. Thank you so much. Let me know if you made it to the end of class. Drop a pink heart in the comments. Let me know you were here and I can thank you personally. And next time, heavier weights. Give yourself a bigger challenge. If you think you can do it, let's see it. Tell me what weight size you used, if you made it to the end, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.